Hi everybody, welcome to Holy Lands RPG. I'm Racmaster.
And I'm Eve.
And we're glad you're here. Thanks for watching. With this video, we wanted to talk about statures. Statures are basically heights and weights of the human characters that you can play. So when you're thinking of the different character classes or occupations that you can be, you also want to take into consideration the different statures that you can be. A stature is literally just the height and the weight of a character. And there are common folk which average the ever-perfect 5'10".
And the range is between 5'4" and 6'6".
I just want to emphasize that the ever-perfect height is 5'10", for common folk. So the average human is about 5'10". You can also be significantly smaller. Historically, there were very small humans that lived to be adults. They're extremely rare, of course, but they were even shorter than what the wee folk are measured in. But you can play a wee folk. The wee folk are small, like an infant, anywhere from 2'8" to 3'10". So they average about 3 feet high. And then there's, on the other spectrum, there's giant folk. Giant folk are enormous individuals that average over 7 feet tall. They can be anywhere from 6'8" to 7'10". So think really tall basketball players. And then there's the dwarf folk. The dwarf folk are like the burly and industrious legendary dwarves of the mining mountains. They all have much higher strength, but they just they're workhorses. They put their nose to the ground and just get to work. They don't have a whole lot of charisma or,
whatever.
The dwarf folk, yes. Okay, the dwarf folk can range anywhere from 4 foot to 5'2". So they average about 4.5 or so feet tall.
Now, the different character statures determine your character class. So if you want to play a small and quick, agile character, your best bet is to play a wee folk. And that's supposing you don't want to get into strength later on. Then you've got the dwarf folk, where they've got higher strength, but like we said, you're going to have lower patience and lower charisma. And then you've got common folk, who are going to kind of be middle road for everything. They're able to be whichever character class you want, but you're not going to have any bonuses or detractions on anything. It's just going to be kind of middle of the road. And those are for people who want to kind of try things out, see which direction they want to take it. And then you've got giant folk, which is going to be much higher strength, but lower agility and stuff like that.
From a technical standpoint, when you're creating your character, so on page 54, if you wanted to roll up a normal common folk, you would roll 3d4 for all of your attributes and just go right down the line. And those average, around 9 with the grace effect. So you'd have about an average of 9 for all of your attributes. With wee folk, you're rolling a 1d4 instead of the 3d4 for strength. So you have a really small amount of strength, obviously, because you're small and you just don't have that kind of mass. But in exchange for that, you're also very quick, and you're pretty cute. So you can you have a higher charisma. So where you roll 1d4 for strength, you're going to roll a 4d4 for
beauty,
agility, and beauty. But your endurance is a little low too, so you're going to roll a 2d4 for that. Dwarf folk, likewise, you're going to roll a 4d4 for strength and a 2d4 for patience and speed. So they're going to be slower, but they have higher endurance and, of course, strength. So you're going to be able to run further, but just not as fast as the average human. And then giant folk, from a technical standpoint, they get to roll 5d4 for strength. So they have a massive amount of strength right out of the gate. But in doing that, you're giving up, some patience. You're giving up speed, much slower. You're also giving up beauty and charisma, because you just don't have the characteristics that make someone cute and appealing. You may be more intimidating and more scary to talk to. but you also get a higher endurance. So you can do more physical labor and physical activities for longer.
So thanks for watching.
I hope you subscribe, because next we're going to talk about the character classes, and then we're going to get into some character creation, and we're going to try some examples of gameplay. So I hope you subscribe below. Tune in again. Thanks for watching, and God bless.